Greetings.
And then I said, that's no RP episode. That's my wife.
Everyone.
If you keep forgetting to add canned laughter, make your own.
Hi everyone! We managed to get out of starting soon after 10 minutes. That is a good achievement for today.
New record!
Ding!
I just realized my chat was probably peeking out everyone's fucking ears there. We're not gonna worry about that.
No, we're not.
I definitely have to sort out my my audio devices because god damn it, I have to scroll to see if my mic is picking up and if Discord is picking up. Because for some reason it's made scrambled eggs out of my devices, so I'm just like sitting like, yay, great.
So on Instagram.
Oh my god, it's so weird to only have one, scene and not like two scenes I have to take care of and only one chat and I don't have to look between two different screens to see the chat. What
I'm not gonna lie,
happening?
I kinda hate the fact that I now have myself twice on my screen. I don't like looking up and seeing myself once.
And that's where the VTuber comes in place.
Yeah, I'm about to turn back into...
not TikTok, YouTube and YouTube Shorts. He refuses to do
Indeed.
TikTok.
I don't
Worried
refuse to
they're
do
gonna
TikTok,
ban him.
I just can't be asked with it.
Yeah, somebody who don't do TikTok, absolutely mood.
You do TikTok. I won't accept any judgment.
See,
I get a
I
decent
have-
amount of engagement. Yeah, I get a decent amount of engagement from my TikTok streams. It's just annoying that I've been banned 2 for 2 now. I would like to
Banned
continue
again?
with TikTok, but TikTok says no.
I'm not judging.
What did you
people
get
who
banned
use
for this
TikTok.
time?
Same thing I got banned for last time. When they
Has it even
removed
on Balatro
visibility.
that time?
Yeah, when they removed my visibility from the For You page, and then I went live again, completely fine. I went to go live the next day and found out that my ban had been updated from visibility to a complete service ban for a week.
Oh. Nice. Honestly, at this point, I'm just
emailed
chalk it up
them
to a skill issue.
But yeah,
I've emailed them to appeal it with a very Karen-sounding email that basically says, "What the fuck are you on? I've literally like, here is your entire sexual content policy. I have not violated a single part of this. Prove me wrong."
Just excuse me, what in the fuck? Question mark.
Fun fact: nudity is not prohibited as part of the sexual content policy.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
can't pose erotically, you can't imply sexual intent, and you can't show your character in underwear, lingerie, or swimwear.
So you can show it in no underwear then.
It says nothing about nudity. I mean, there was no nudity, but I found that funny.
So,
Mitch wants to roll.
Mitch wants to
Oh,
start.
Jesus
Yeah, Mitch
fucking
wants to
Christ.
start.
The 17
Okay.
emails I get when I start have just exponentially grown. Okay, those have all been dismissed. Let's video game.
So, shall I talk about what happened last session?
Yes,
just
what
remembered
happened
that-
last session?
So I just remembered I was the lore keeper, so I remembered shit. I need to do the recap. So, after Alex got warred, we tried to contact him telepathically, but we could not reach him. There was no signal of life after he jumped into Dragon Mommy's mouth.
yeah.
So
I will go with that explanation. Sorry, carry on.
So we took 2 bags of holdings, evacuated as good as we could, and created a black hole directly in Tiamat's mouth.
Alright, I forgot about the fucking bag of holdings shenanigans.
Did some decent damage. When the smoke settled, we found Alex's dead body. But he grabs onto life and wakes up with his pupils, with a purple glow. Sir Toothpick was happily giggling. There were a lot of red flags there. We all decided that our characters would not be able to see them. Mostly not see them. We thought because he was close to his goddess. Alex probably did a lot of damage to the lightning head, and our nuke we built also did that. After some talks, Sir Toothpick was decided he will be compliant. And the talk was, Sir Toothpick, if Alexander, the only paladin in the group, needs a second sword, would you let him use you? Sir Toothpick was, yeah, okay, cool. If it has to be. Evelyn was like, cool, but Sir Toothpick stays with me. I'm not giving you Sir Toothpick. And Sir Toothpick just said, nah, I'm staying with this dude now. So, we make our way into the Golden Temple that was revealed after we nuked an entire city. And when we climbed up the stairs, we found dragon statues and Tiamat herself. She wants us to submit to her, and we all said, nah, thanks. Snadwick didn't want to hurt Tiamat, so he stayed out of it. And Alex turned into a lightning boy and is possessed, or aka it's not him. So the combat started. Evelyn came up with some interesting ideas what they could do to deal with this. So
And then Alex immediately stabbed JTH and realized why I have such a problem balancing counters as a DM.
yeah, so Alex was going on, or fake Alex was going on a rampage. Our HPs dropped significantly. Evelyn came up with the idea to take away Alex's Warpole sword, because not in a million years we let him have the behead sword.
I want to make a
And
small note here. At one point during this combat, I was very close to doing something that I knew I would regret, but Amy talked me out of it. Please continue.
yeah, that's why I took away the Warpole sword, just to be sure. And Danny sadly got significantly severely injured by the attempt to steal it, because apparently blindside was given that none of us would know of.
I knew it was there. Well, I guessed it was there, but I didn't want to stop you guys with your amazing plan.
And remember, I did successfully steal it. I just got caught in the fact after it.
The fact with the blindside was not a bad thing. The fact with the fact was Danny was supposed to get far enough away that she would turn invisible for him again, so he wouldn't know where to stab next. The only fact was there was so a big reach of blindside that Danny couldn't reach the outside of blindside again. So
You may say that Danny got blindsided by that.
Yeah, I got opportunity attacked.
Yeah, the opportunity attack was like the big thing that was oof.
Yeah.
And Evelyn was like more or less sometimes like poking a little bit Tiamat with some words, so that she would ignore the little goblin child, because that was the only one that had remove curse. Something that Evelyn knew could at least like turn Sir Toothpick into a normal sword. At least that was the plan. So we removed curse from Sir Toothpick. Tiamat screams. And all the ancient dragons lumped down. AKA, Amy noticed that she made them all a tidbit too OP for us, especially because we were short on 2 players, not just 1, and had pity on us.
Yeah, the fun thing is that encounter was actually balanced down because you fought this one first. I just forgot to incorporate the fact that you're missing 2 players.
All of Tiamat's hats stopped moving, and Snadrick suggested he joins her if she leaves us alone. She agrees and said he will have to make a choice at some point and do what she wants. Tiamat wanted to, and there was the whole discussion that we had to stay and Snadrick would have to go out there and fight for Tiamat, and that's exactly what we didn't want. So we all gathered together and used the talk no jutsu, and after a lot of talking, we convinced her that that she could join us. And then Wally appeared and Tiamat just because he could.
Pew.
I would like to point out that you peaked at that exact moment, so what we heard was, and then Wally appeared and bleeped Tiamat.
Yep.
Keeping it YouTube
Well,
safe, I see.
You're pre-censoring for TikTok, I guess.
I don't know.
Sorry, for the TikTok audience. Unalived Tiamat.
Yeah, we game ended them.
I don't even stream on TikTok right now.
Neither does Amy, apparently.
Shut up, you.
I'm sorry.
So after Wally just dipped out again, after letting Snadwick punch him and Snadwick couldn't do much, Evelyn was like, okay, shit, and contacted Hades, and she was set into a waiting line. Was like giving people the finger, be like, okay, wait. Then she told what happened. Hades completely freaked out over what she told him, that they defeated Tiamat, but actually they wanted to team up with her. And then Wally showed up, killed her with the gun that can kill everything, and then just dipped. And Hades just hung up on her. He was like, "What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck did you just say?" Bye. Without
Beep.
further explanations. So,
Stellatone.
Evelyn then checked a little bit if the demon door was still inside of Tiamat's mouth, and still open. And then, what the players know, but the characters don't, is that actually Alexander was faced. Boy was faced with the choice if he wants to become the new guardian of the inside of the demon door, or not, and his god couldn't even suggest the options, and he was like, "Yep, I'm doing this," and Nob did the noble sacrifice of becoming the new guardian on the inside of a demon door and successfully closed it. Amy, I hope you have some visual representation that we know this happened, because I literally asked a god to help us with this, and no one can tell us, because Tiamat is also dead. She cannot tell us, "Oh, I just felt shifting in the force. Someone took over my place."
Yeah, the door that you guys saw was the inside of Tiamat's maw, which was just opened into a celestial starscape. At the point that that Alexander took over, that celestial starscape waned. It turned black, and then it faded, and all you saw was the inside of a mouth.
Okay. As Evelyn sees that, she lets go of the jar and turns around and is like, "Okay, it closed itself. That it's gone. Like she looks visibly confused. It's like I don't know what happened, but apparently there's no demon door here anymore. And then she remembered that like the armies that were fleeing, they still should be close by, and in Leida's army is uh a kobold that was kind of still under the influence of Tiamat, and also her own dragon. So she just like looks outside, sees if she can see the troops, and then just decides to summon her dragon under very, very carefully. And it's like, Didi? And waits for him to appear.
Okay. Make me an animal handling.
But why? It's a summoned phantom steed, Amy.
I want to know how pissy to make him.
Why? I kept him safe at home because of reasons. He knew of the reasons why I couldn't summon him. Okay, let me quickly get where's animal handling? Why am I so dog shit at animal handling? I usually don't handle
Wow.
animals.
Yeah, that'll probably be why. 17, that'll do. So how does it normally look when you summon him? How does he appear?
Like, so there's like she's stretching out her arm to like free space where he would fit, and then there's just like this pinkish glow from her magic to summon him. It's more or less a teleportation spell.
Right.
In a fancy way.
So in a cloud of pink magic, inside, I would normally say inside the small room which has no space for a dragon, but there are 5 dead dragons here, so he shows up. His head is bowed, and he is not looking at you. Mistress, how can I help?
And she's like, I know I asked a lot of you because I'm pretty sure that is hard for you, but do you feel any sliver of mind controlling again, like last time?
Let me make a roll. Alright. So with his eyes still closed, he is just going to say, I knew the purpose of you coming here, but I cannot lie. The absence of my god is rather harrowing. I imagine all those frequenting the Bearded Mountains, those who normally worshipped her, will need some time to adjust, especially those who succumb to her influences. But I can confirm for you that her presence, and thereby her influence, is gone from the world. Make an insight check.
Okay.
Imagine having a pet that likes you.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. A single iron tear is rolling down his cheek.
Because Evelyn can fly, like she's still very bloodied, but like she's flying up and she's hugging his snout a little bit. We tried to not do anything to her. It was not our doing. But thank you for telling me. If you want, you like we can walk back if you want, if you don't feel like it now.
I shall remain in your service. My word is my bond. I'll
And
get
she-
over this. Eventually, we all do. Grief. It's a strange emotion.
If you still believe, Hades once told me gods can come back if the belief is strong enough in them, and I'm pretty sure you will long enough to maybe meet a new Tiamat. You a big boy after all. And then looks at her entire at the party that probably all looked like absolute shit. And at Alex corpse, like, how about we fly to a different city and rest a little bit and prepare a funeral and look where our armies went and report back that we closed a demon door. And she's just like sinking down on the floor again, just like sits down there like, why did I become an adventurer?
Regarding the funeral, actually, I am going to leave this in Mitch's hand since Alex was his character. Mitch, would you like the body of the false Alexander to remain so that people have something to bury? Okay.
Absolutely not.
Alright. In that case, as you say funeral, the body seems to almost melt away as if by celestial interference. Some sort of god, some sort of overseeing creature who dictates your every action.
However, I will make a small amendment earlier.
I legitimately thought you would. I legitimately thought you were going to say, however, I do stab the present that makes the thing.
No. There are a few things left. That, as the body melts away, a few things can remain. Primarily, his main weapon and gear. That is what remains. These are relics that are not touched by the darkness or whatever.
Everybody who is there, make me a spirituality check with disadvantage.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Are you there?
In spirit, he's there. Shouldn't that be an advantage?
I'll tell you what, Alex, if you want to make the spirituality check, you can. You make it with advantage.
Fuck yeah. Fuck, you said 21, that was ass.
What the
fucking
God,
Marvel beat you with a fucking disadvantage. That was a 19 on the die.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 19. That was almost the nat 1. That was cinema.
That was...
There was godly intervention.
Yeah.
Someone wanted me to... No, he didn't even beat me.
So is everyone rolling with advantage pretty much?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, even need
Oh,
to
disadvantage.
roll again.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is spirituality, and it is not your god, so...
Okay. Oops. That's
And we can go out there, say again, you roll a 4.
Yeah.
Or...
There we go. That's a
Okay,
disadvantage.
14.
Yeah, 15.
Alright. In that case... Oh, and there's an woo. Yeah. So in that case, Evelyn, only you can see this. It almost seems as if it's out of the corner of your eye. A large gauntleted hand seems to deposit at Alexander's corpse. It reaches down, it takes the corpse, seems to spirit it away, and then leaves in its place the sword and shield that Alexander that Mitch just described. Everyone else, the corpse disappears, and in its place are a sword and a shield.
Okay.
Looks over and like, gods. And then looks at JTH and like stands up and like puts a hand on his shoulder. Do you want to take them? I think you were the closest to him of all of us.
Amy, check your DM.
Yep.
So JTH is gonna basically kneel down in front of the sword and the shield. He's gonna take both of them, sort of place the sword over the shield, almost, and then just look up to Evelyn and say, I'll have to think about it. But these will be basically used to continue his legacy. Not sure whether that means making them into like a display with a plaque or giving them to another fighter who can use them.
If I may jump in for just a moment. The instant that your click touches the sword in particular, he hears a voice inside of it going, "Who are you? Unhand me your card."
Depending on which sword this is, it may be one that JTH made.
No, this is the sword of the first forge. Basically,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh,
A
if this
Vorpal sword,
if
the
this
sword
is a
of the
Vorpal
first
sword, this
sword?
will be made into a display somewhere with a plaque. Then this won't be passed on to another
Yeah,
person.
Most of the party would know because you probably would have discussed this beforehand. You would have all left what is essentially amounts to a last will and testament with Amelia.
Yep.
So if there was ever any uncertainty of what were to happen to you in battle, the princess would know what your wishes were for your equipment and your stuff and your body.
Absolutely. But regardless, the voice in the blade is actually a character I've been waiting to introduce for a bit. That character is a man named Animeri. He was the first saint of Farum. And he is why this sword is so powerful.
Okay.
He has no link to the current campaign. He has
So-
no powers outside the sword. He's just a voice inside the sword that speaks to you.
So in other words, you saw Sir Toothpick and were like, "Wait, I want a talking sword."
Less a talking sword and more somebody who's really annoyed that you are knocked off the search.
Is it like telekinetic? Am I only hearing it in my head?
Yeah, you're only hearing it in your head, and it continues to like insult you for not being part of his holy word.
Okay.
That's what
can-
Delica.
I'm assuming I can talk to it like just by thinking, basically.
No, it's a one-sided conversation. You can try.
Okay, so it can't hear anything I say.
Yeah, you're not of the church.
Understandable. I
Right?
was hoping I could just like pick it up and just be like, I'm a friend of a friend.
Actually, give me a spirituality check to see if that connection will work.
Okay. You want that with disadvantage or just regular?
Standard.
Okay.
No, you count.
That is a
that's
10.
You count. Yeah, no, this is like, imagine a radio that is just one way, on the other side
Okay.
is a very annoyed person.
That's fine then. But I will take those. I will put them just in my bag of holding for now. They will be at some point. I will probably be discussing this with Amy, actually the character and the player, into just sort of memorializing the sword and shield in some way.
Yeah, those will be essentially put on display at the Pancake Island Temple at the Ferrum corner, as it were.
Yeah.
Melt it down. Fucking
Actually,
give your players a Vorpal sword. Literally none of them want to use it. I am okay with this. All of them are like, man, we need to respect Alexander's memory. The DM's just like, fucking yes!
Honestly, I feel that is partially why I love this group, but we're all just playing character, and it's kind of what's just the best boy.
See, my character would so when I would take the sword after all that stuff, but after shot, it's like nah. She has her moral compass back in check a bit. After getting slapped so hard, she got some sense knocked back into her. Pretty much.
Vorpal tiara. That gives me an idea to have fucking Amelia wield a tiara in the same way the fucking Star Trek battle scythe thing is. I don't know what it's called because I'm not a nerd.
Yeah.
One of you
Oh,
guys
just
watches
that-
Star Trek, I'm sure. The Klingon thing that Sheldon uses in The Big Bang Theory.
Nope.
Sure.
I'm not touching
I
it, man. I
despise
would
you.
have just said Princess Peach with her freaking tiara. Or tiara. Slap that shit with it.
I just
There's,
thought of
there's
Sailor
an
Moon.
anime I'm thinking where...
Uh,
Oh, is it
Leonardo-
Sailor Moon? Yeah, where they just, like, use their tiara as a fucking boomerang.
Yeah.
Yup.
I also as the person leaves the sanctum. A few of Alexander's warriors rushes up and ask you to give the information. All of them are going to demand that the sword returns to them for safekeeping for now. Wigan promised that, of course, it will make its way back to the island.
Oh,
All of
those
them, I
are all
imagine, are going to be told
strangers.
to get fucked.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
strangers. We all know for what, a week now, maybe 2 weeks. They're not getting their hands on this sword.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Imagine, okay, all of these are also your followers of Farum in one way or another. And you're basically holding what is essentially a name of the true cross in your
Okay.
in like your bag of holding.
Okay, you know what Evelyn will do? She will let her giant dragon look down on them, and her eyes will start to glow, and it's like, we just lost a friend. If you're not pissed off right now, you will lose your life. Then you can meet your maker personally. Do we understand each other now?
Intimidation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
Whoa.
Evelyn deal with this so that if we don't have more people dying when people try and unhand this from GTH.
29.
29.
Fucking hell, I forgot you have a plus 17.
Yeah, okay, get you back down, but you know, they are very annoyed at this.
Oh, they shall be annoyed. Evelyn, that they just lost a friend. They all look like they're almost about to die, all of them. And then you have some crazy fanatics come up to them. They are lucky no one got killed in this incident.
Yeah, I'm imagining this like the fucking golden turd from American Dad. It's like, of course, that holy relic of my church. Don't worry, I'll look after it for you. I will make sure that the Vorpal sword of the First Forge will make its proper way to be respected in one of our temples. And Evelyn's just like, touch this sword, and we'll find out exactly how Vorpal it gets.
Yeah, after that display, JTH, you're just gonna look over to Evelyn and just give her a nod, basically. Just as a
And she
respectful, thanks for dealing with that, I really cannot be fucked right now.
Who's holding the sword right now?
JTH currently. I've got the sword
the
and
voice
shield.
the voice inside the sword speaks to you. It says, "Wait, no, turn me over to them. They are true believers. They will see that I am done right by."
At that point, I just put it in the bag of holding.
Wait, no, turn me over.
And Evelyn is just like smile. She doesn't know about this conversation, but like she just like smiles at him and just like petting Didi to signify that he shall like bring them back to probably the Dwarf Kingdom, like somewhere where they can just like rest and give an update what happened.
That
Yeah, so
is
you're currently
a
in-
point, actually, just real quick. The slime dragon that I'm friends with, is that also like sworn to Tiamat, or is that like a created thing that doesn't really care for Tiamat?
It was a created dragon made out of
wait.
slime. I don't know if that was actually a dragon.
Make me a religion check and take
Yeah,
advantage on it
that's-
since you hit it's sworn fealty to you.
That's I'm not like trying to be like, oh yeah, would it be whatever? It's just literally just out of curiosity, because I'm not actually sure
Yeah.
what it was.
Roll to see if you would know, because I know.
Okay. Wow. 50.
Oh, that was cocked on 20. I feel
Yep.
so bad for you. This is not something you can discuss, but you feel like you don't know if it would worship Tiamat as a dragon, if it would have no worship. Or the other potential option is that it possibly would worship RNGesus as a creation of JTHCo. You don't know what the JTHCo programming
Okay.
would essentially have done.
I will probably have a conversation with them about it at some point, like whenever we
Yeah.
have a free session, basically. I'm assuming that at the end of this whole arc, there will be like a discuss with all the existing NPCs type thing.
Yeah, if any of you live.
So
Speaking of living, shall we carry on doing that?
Yeah. so like
Do we have
Evelyn
to?
like yeah, so Evelyn
Yeah.
like signified Didi to fly us to like some sort of safe haven, whatever
Yeah.
you know, whatever is close by, so we can all rest for a
Right.
night.
So,
Actually,
with
I'm
the
not-
Bearded Mountains, you have already liberated. I can't remember what I called it. Move out of the way, Josh. You've already
Darg.
liberated Darv. Dargon is essentially a pit, but given
Yeah.
that it was already surrounded by caves, the dragons can quite easily and happily repopulate it. The structures were just essentially there for visitors. You didn't go to Kodal, but you know that the general who was assigned to Kodal came to you. So you, like, as far as you're aware, District Kodal and Nom would all have been also liberated by extension. You also know the Tiamat's influence is gone thanks to speaking to Didi. But Dargon would not be a good safe space. Darv is mostly abandoned, would be a good safe space for you. Upper Ishgard is where you're supposed to be rendezvousing with Thordan to discuss plans for the next step for the Holy
Okay.
Railgun.
But one thing is, we have to at least stop by Darth because we imprisoned a bunch of Dragonborns that had leadership in some form. That were all brainwashed, so we need to check if they're like unbrainwashed now, and if now that
I will be
this
right
thing is
back. I need
over,
a
they
piss.
maybe want. Now
Okay.
that this is over, if they want to, you know, like help us with those demon doors. Like, it's not like the problem is we didn't even kill their god. We were there to stop the god from killing more people, and then someone else killed them, and we have no fucking proof for that.
Back to Darv then, I guess.
Yeah, and now JDH is gone. I just wanted to say something to his character. Well, I guess I'll say it later. So
You will fly on DD to Darv. JTH's character takes a piss off the side.
No, what happens with any furry when the creatures down there? They think it's raining. No.
Quick, try and catch it. Good luck.
Damn.
Holy shit, you actually got through. I'm so proud of you. Get banned. Keep it up, bud. Whatever algorithm you're using is working.
I think like when we like arrive in Darth, we all like collectively decide that today's not the day we deal with any of this, and we all just like go to our rooms and just fall in bed and not talk to anyone. Like we don't elaborate on anything. We just arrive, and someone comes up like with the dwarves, asks us a question. We're like, bed first, and I'll just like went straight to bed, like get like our wounds treated, and be like, our troops will arrive here at some point. Tell them they should rest.
I'm back.
Bed.
Welcome
back.
Everyone's just trying to convince the DM that everybody should get a long rest.
And after the long rest, I would like to have at least one conversation with like some of the party before we deal with the Dragonborns and Upper Ishgard.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a safe enough location that you could take a long rest here. There's basically no disputing that.
Thank you. My health needed that.
Everybody go click that long rest button and get your all of your expended spell slots back after the army's worth of combats that you guys have gone through.
Yeah.
And I give you my up to yay
That's
And
new, I
tells
think.
me everything I get back. Interesting.
Yeah. That was cool.
There we go.
Okay. So, in the morning, when we're all rested, when we all like probably had some doctors treat our flesh wounds.
JTH spent the
It's
entire
but a
time
flesh wound.
brewing tea, drinking tea, brewing another cup of tea, drinking tea. He's
Yeah,
probably gone
Evelyn-
through
Roll-
gallons of tea by this point.
Roll for quality of tea, and I feel like if I don't let you use technology, I'll be crucified.
Yeah, you use nature.
I would have
of course.
said nature.
Yeah.
27.
Curious,
no,
what?
No,
I'm curious, what is your nature?
You use religion, of course, to make tea.
Nature is +4.
+4. All right, so we'll say then that is a 19 for the quality of tea leaves, but a 27 for the final result. Because you
27
got
for the
fucking-
amount of tea.
Yeah. You're like, man, this is like maybe some Tesco's own level tea, but hot damn do I need it.
So
It has
We
all
have
been
actu-
brewed for the perfect time at the perfect temperature. This is about as good as you can make store-bought tea.
We have actually established, sort of, that JTH has a very ornate box. Basically, it's like a wooden box with gold trimming and everything that just has, like, I think I said, like, basically a dozen tea bags in it, which is the exact fucking brand he likes.
BRB, just a second. I'm going to take my jumper off because suddenly Britain has decided it's warm. Literally just a
me
second.
too.
Yeah, it's fucking
me too.
17 degrees right now. What the hell?
Wait for you too. That is crazy. We have also exactly 17 degrees in Germany today. At least where I live.
Alright, I'm back.
See-
Okay.
Sorry, I'm using a
Oh.
headphone, so if I want to take my jumper off, I have to take them out, and I can't hear you guys. I'm back.
Yeah,
We were
earlier
just talking
today
about
at
the
like
weather.
2 a.m. it was fucking -2. Now it's 17.
Lucky.
Britain go brrr!
Okay, so role play. So Evelyn like joins JTH into kitchen, and like she looks like her hair is like a little bit messy. Like usually when you see Evelyn, she looks like picture perfect, like makeup done and all. She looks like she has had the worst hangover in her entire life. At least she looks like this. She waddles into the kitchen area. Her hair is messy. She's not wearing her jewelry yet. She also probably almost wears no makeup. She still wears makeup. You're pretty sure that is makeup, or she just has a face that looks like it. But she
I
doesn't
feel like
look
Evelyn is definitely the kind of person who would have an eyeliner tattoo.
something like this. Like you. She also has like those like gemstones that are on her cheek. Those are also not there. Those are like also accessories. She's just like waddles in there, wearing her fluffy jacket, completely not shoulder off or any sexy way. And she just leans on the counter, like, I woke up, so I'm not dead. That's good, but it also means that wasn't a dream, and that is bad. And knocks her head on the counter.
Evelyn be like,
JTH
I
is going
smell
to
tea.
shake
Have
a
you got
little
coffee? And do
tea.
you have rum for that coffee? And do you have vodka for the rum for that coffee?
Yes. She's like, I need to drink now, and it needs to be strong to make me feel alive or to make me forget that I'm still breathing.
Those certainly are the two options, yes.
So if this is like panic brewed tea by JTH, they will all be double tea bagged. Some of them will even be triple tea bagged.
Okay,
This will
so
be
they're
strong tea you are being handed.
She takes a sip. She looks at you, very judgmental, and then continues drinking, not giving a
JTH
comment
puts
over
his
it.
hand over his gun.
And she just like stands up again, and like there's a moment of silence, and she's like, so he's really dead. Like I knew like this was going to be a difficult task, and yeah, people were talking about like writing their will and dying, but I had the feeling like there's nothing going to happen. You know, it felt so surreal that we could all just go out and die for this. And now Alex is gone. Like,
JTH is
we've
just
been
gonna sort of reach over and put a hand on your shoulder and just say he didn't die for nothing. Don't say that.
He got the way he was wanted. Being
Yeah,
warned.
this motherfucker died in the most badass show of fuck you can imagine.
God damn, 2 for 2! Man, you guys are getting good at this!
Well,
Man.
you're right. That's actually. It's just we've been adventuring together for years now, and like I've known him for so long. It feels so weird that he's gone now. Like this, like you're right. You're right. He probably died the way he would have wanted to go out of this world, and well, I have all those memories left of him at least.
And it's kind of sitting in the void, just opens one eye at all of this talking and snorting it again.
Man, the holes where my ears should be are burning.
Sorry, carry on.
We have to go down to the Dragonborns and see if they're cleared their mind yet, and ask them if now that we didn't kill their god, if they want to help us with the other demon doors, and then we have to travel back to Upper Ishgard and give a report on what happened, and see if anything happened with the flesh golems, and proceed with our plans, and see if we can find some people that still want to help us. And she takes a big sip of it again, and then she looks at her. How can you drink that? Is there even sugar inside?
Do you really want to ask that question?
You know what? No. And she chugs down the rest. And then
there is sugar in it. There is milk in it. I was asking the player if you really want to ask that question. How attached to you are? How attached to Evelyn are you?
I'm very attached to Evelyn. And
Well, I made everyone make backup characters in case their characters died. I didn't anticipate it would be to tea-related shenanigans.
yeah, like she puts
Friendly
the cup.
fire will not be tolerated.
She puts the cup down. Like, I should getting used to your kind of tea by now. Like, how long am I drinking this shit by now? 2 years? 4 years? It's been years
Oh
at least.
Christ, roll initiative.
And I'm not done. And she's just like, you know, like, tea is great. But in situations like this, I'd rather had like the strongest whiskey I could get on my hands.
Hey, Josh, you remember the thing that we said that we weren't going to do again because it was a bit too nasty? Or whatever. Yeah, it's happening anyway.
Josh, roll me a nature check.
Nature check.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, ow. My cheeks hurt from smiling. That was good.
Yikes.
Right. So that check was to determine if you could use the material components you've got to make whiskey. You didn't have to do it. It was just for to know if you were able to. With a 1, you could probably make a really strong IPA.
I mean, to be fair, when it's diluted in tea, that's probably
IPA
isopropyl
is
alcohol.
isopropyl alcohol. It's what you would use to clean like computer and machine
Yeah.
parts, essentially.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's electrical degreaser. It's rubbing alcohol basically, but stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, rubbing alcohol, I understand.
Like,
Yeah, that is
Evelyn, like,
still able to get you drunk. It won't taste amazing, but you can add it
But
to
you
stuff
will
and
get
water it down. It will be drinkable.
yeah.
Hip drink.
Evelyn just like puts down the mug. Like she knows that you know her opinion on tea. She's not the biggest tea drinker. She respects tea drinking. She prefers just stronger liquid most of the time. And she's just like she turns around and looks at the window and sees her own reflection, and then, oh my god, I look like shit! Why the fuck are you not telling me I look like shit? And she's starting to like brush her hair with her fingers and unzips her jacket to, look more sexy again. She's like, god damn, oh god, I forgot half of my makeup. And she's touching her horns. Oh god, that's why I feel so naked. And she says as she unzips her jacket and barely wears it. And she's like,
Takes off clothes. No wonder I feel naked. I'm not wearing my jewelry.
and then she looks down her feet and sees that she's barefoot. And I am not wearing my heels. Oh my god, how can you let me walk around like this? If someone sees me like this, I have a reputation to uphold. I am this castle slut as long as I stay here, and I'm not looking slutty right now. Give me a moment, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Evelyn, roll me a dex save as you walk off.
A dex save.
Yeah.
Have you just predicted that I'm going to throw something at her head?
No.
I was
With a 12, now that you are not wearing your heels, and you've realized that, you cannot walk straight. You stumble on the way out.
wearing their heels all day, all
shame.
night will do that.
You're like, you were at home wearing heels, where other people would need to make a dex save to wear them. You have to make a dex save to not wear them.
Yeah. She surprisingly actually comes back in like 5 minutes, completely makeup done, hair done, wearing all her jewelry, wearing her heels. She looks picture perfect. She's like,
I think I speak for the entire party when I say nobody is surprised.
I think I also think I speak for everyone when I say hack. Maggie can still hack.
yeah, I think she has mage hand, so she had at least an additional hand helping her get dressed. Like, she comes back to JDH, she's like, oh my god, this entire thing had made me not myself anymore.
So what you're
Thank God
saying
I'm
is the only magic is her fingers.
Definitely.
God damn it.
You would be surprised what magic her fingers can do. And
God.
like she
Yeah, the sleight of hand on this bitch is insane.
and like
What the
she
fuck?
comes back like, okay, so do we want to wait for the others to wake up, or should I head down and like, stomp on some more Dragonsborn's prides and feelings to see if they want to cooperate?
See, when Eva was screaming and shouting and whatnot, that's what Danny would or Danny would came out of her room like, seriously, what the heck is all this racket? Oh, it's Evelyn. Oh, it's Evelyn. And then that's like
Don't mind
when
them.
she
They're
knew-
mourning.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them like, oh. But this is before she got changed and all this. This was all this racket was like when she was yelling and all that. And that's when Danny came out to see Evelyn like without her heels and her makeup. Like, oh, that's why. And Danny would just shake her head and go try to find like an orange or something to get, and a banana gets potassium in it and all that jazz. So if I have some food to eat.
Mm.
Yeah.
What are Layla and Snadwick doing this morning? Still asleep, apparently.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Layla's probably just playing with their collection of mysterious creatures. They have There,
Oh,
there's
watch out! I
always
don't want to
a
get
new.
banned from TikTok again. Wait, never mind.
There's a mysterious a couple of extra that disappear every night, and there are new ones every morning. So
No, nobody surprised.
Is the worm
it's
still
like, when
there?
did you get a parakeet? There's a parakeet like dinging on the worm's jar.
What do you mean? I've always had a parakeet.
Dink.
Okay, you know what? Just for fun, since you've established that you're casting spells overnight, wild magic surge.
Oh no.
Whoopty doopty.
God.
Alright, this is where we all get the plot of the session. Where is it? Where is it? What? There we go. Roll. Roll. Immediately heal again. Till you tell it. Which takes an entire action. You will suffer a wisdom penalty of 1. That one.
That's beautiful. I love that one.
I now have a
Okay,
minus
what's the
2 to
joke?
wisdom.
What's the joke?
You'll
though?
find out.
As long as she's okay with having a wisdom penalty of 1, then she's got time to think of the joke.
I love this group.
Right, so Layla's playing with her worm.
Until someone comes to get her, at least, I guess.
Right, Snadwick, what were you doing?
I'm just basically I'm moping because I just watched my god die.
Yeah, you've got like quite a strong grief on you, probably stronger if not akin to the rest of the party. You lost a comrade and your god. How does your moping look like? What are you doing to cope with that? Are you like reading? Are you like trying to find scripture? Are you attempting to reason?
Oh,
The 5 stages.
it's a mix of sadness and anger. Anger at the I forgot his name now. The guy that killed him. We've got a name for him. Well, that's it. Anger at him, and my failed nat 1 at punching him.
Well, if you're ever gonna nat 1, it would be then, huh?
I think that nat 1 was like, the cost to God guide. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. It's more like it can be seen as I'm pacing, then I'm just sitting down, like head in hands, wondering what to do. Then I could just like slam my fist on the table, that sort of thing.
The table break.
Yeah, then I fix it again and slam it again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically all I'm doing.
Are you doing that in your room or outside?
In my
Just to-
room.
Okay, so like after you heard like some ruckus outside and you're still like in your own headspace, you hear after some like more silence, you hear a knocking on your door.
Yep, I was gonna say like looking, and as I hear that big knock coming from Savic's room and whatnot, just try to, I don't know if your character eats or not, but I just find another freaking orange to bring. Like if you all watched Avengers, like instead of tacos, I bring another orange for breakfast.
Yeah, have an orange.
Yeah, when I hear the knock, I just shout quite angrily, "What?" Not meaning to be angry at whoever it is. It's just I'm angry at the time.
You knock on the door and you just hear crack as the table breaks again. What?
Yeah, and Evelyn like understands that. Like she snatched away another cup of tea from JDH. And like she just comes in, sees the broken table, and puts the cup on one of the chairs instead. And she's like, I will not pretend I know how you feel right now. And I know what you need most right now is time. But time is the last thing we have. So the only other thing I can offer you is that we will keep going, and that the next time we see something you can smash to pieces, I'll let you smash on it until it is not recognizable again.
Just my swoosh now.
And I turn to you and say, time. Time is not what I need. What I need is revenge. I need to get him.
Beautiful. I love that.
That's like a boner quote.
Yeah,
Take an inspiration if you don't have one already. That was beautiful.
Evelyn leans against the wall to give Snapwick some space. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. But I think he will not show himself that easily. But maybe if we find another god related to the doors, he will show up again. Next time I'll try to hold him down for you, okay?
Okay. As long as I finish him.
Hold him down.
Yeah, okay.
I will make sure to let everyone know that no one has the right to kill him except you. And then she's just like pointing at the teacup. Drink that.
I feel like several people have dibs at this point, but I won't interrupt the scene.
Yeah, we've all got dibs on him.
She's like, he like, as long as I can at least punch him once, you know, like he's the cause that I cannot go to Celeste anymore. And I really miss that place. And she just like looks at the teacup. Also, probably don't break that one. Like JDH is like unnerved as he always is, but like apparently if you like deal with like if you mistreat T, he's becoming a whole different kind of cray. So
I'm curious, what's higher, the amount of missile snaring Snadwick can do in a turn, or the amount of shots Josh can fire in a turn?
Josh wins that every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Snaring is like one reaction or something like that.
No, however many Kai points I have.
Yeah, it's one reaction, but Oo's a monk, so Ooh gets 90 reactions.
How many card points have you got?
I did not remember the details. Thank you.
I think.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
your monk level.
Yeah, it is. I'm mixed between monk. Well, it's one less in my monk level.
I see.
I'm a monk fighter.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
I've
Right.
got
That's
more
why you get
bullets
14 fucking actions. Right. I follow now.
Yeah. Evelyn just giggles, and we are outside. When you want to join us, we will check on the Dragonborns in the basement, and then probably return to Ishgard to send in our reports and continue with making plans. Until then, do with your time whatever you deemed necessary. Also, looks at the table. I think that, you did enough to the table by now. I think the table surrendered.
Do you have mending? Can you just mend it once and be like, go on, have a freebie?
I sadly don't have mending. Evelyn doesn't care to fix one item. If something is broken, she throws it away most of the time. She's a materialistic woman. She's just like, oh, you're broken. Well, then you use this to me. Buy trash. At least with objects, not with people. At least you hope it's not like this. No one is
Not with
really
the right
sure.
people.
Damn.
Okay, so like, she just like, smiles at him one last time and then leaves him be. Like, she knows that this is a lot. She then also knocks at Layla's room to check if she's awake, because they still have to pack their things.
Yeah, you hear a weird assortment of animal noises coming from the inside.
As soon as I open the door, there is no noise. It is completely silent.
Evelyn,
Hello.
Evelyn has a very puzzled look. Her finger is
He's in.
pointing at
Knock,
the
knock.
inside.
Ooh, caca! Guys, shut up! Hi, Evelyn.
Evelyn's pointing inside, pointing at Layla, pointing inside again, raises her finger and then just shakes her head. She's like, breakfast is ready, dear.
Hey,
Also, we
hey.
are probably depart in the afternoon, so make sure that you gather everything you have until then.
What's
We're
the
also
difference between a goldfish and a beholder?
I
no.
don't know.
Oh, well, that doesn't help. Okay. And she'll gesture to lead the way.
She's like,
Evelyn, make a fucking wisdom save. Layla, what's your spell save? I assume it's higher than a 16.
It is.
Alright, Evelyn, take a point of psychic damage.
I'm not this group.
Start. I gesture for her to lead towards the breakfast thing in the completely wrong direction.
yeah, like Evelyn, for the first couple steps, she actually walks in the direction Layla pointed at, what was the wrong direction, and then just like shakes her head and turns around and it's like, this way, and guides her to the in the kitchen area.
An orc, a genie, and a dragonborn walk into a bar. What do you think they order?
Hopefully, really, really strong liquor.
Liquor? I barely know her.
Alright, you lose your wisdom penalty.
Evelyn looks at her, gives her a smirky grin. She's like, "That's my girl," and gives her like a hug that just like forces your face into her bosom. And then like.
Right, Layla's time for the wisdom save.
Sure. Can I still roll it with -2?
Does that mean you're gonna keep telling jokes?
That's up to the DM. Aww. 14. That's still lower than the wisdom save, right? And then your
Take a
spell
point of bludgeoning damage.
What?
No, a point of suffocation damage, definitely. She cannot.
I was gonna
breathe.
say suffocation, but that's not a damage type, so bludgeoning filled the hole. But I'm glad you knew where I was going with that.
Hold on. We had a long rest, right? I should
Yeah.
click that button
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Do you want
Holy
me
crap,
to
that's a
have,
lot
like...
of spell slot regained.
Yeah, you
do
used a lot.
Do you want me to have a full-on conversation with the Dragonborns in the basement, or are we just dealing with that in okay, they get like filled in what happened. They get let after they heard what happened, and that we actually tried to help Tiamat and they're trying not to be violent towards us. I would also let them go free because like it was not their choice to become that violent. So
Yeah,
I
you
guess
you can head down if you want. The dwarf who is who's been assigned to prison keeping because they're at a very low population sees you coming. It's like, oh, Miss Amante, hello. How can I help?
I want to see how the prisoners are doing. Sorry I
Ah,
couldn't come
yes,
sooner.
yes, wonderful. We've all felt the influence of Tiamat leave the location. We're mighty grateful for that. Of course, come right in. I've been guarding this door the entire night. I've been very proud of myself. Awake the whole time I have been.
And she's like petting his head, like, good job.
Normally I'm a smith, you see, but with the lack of with my entire people slaughtered, as it will, we've all had to pick up and do our part. This isn't my normal job, but I think I've done it admirably.
You
I love
did,
him. I love you so much.
Yeah, you did amazing, dear. I'm pretty sure you can maybe go back to smithing soon too. As she looks at
That's my
the
hope. It's my passion. It was my daddy's passion, and it was my granddaddy's passion, and it was his granddaddy's passion. His
Okay.
granddaddy's passion was the drink, but his granddaddy's passion was also smithing.
If anybody hurts this man, I will kill everybody against myself.
Yep. He
Too late.
pulls a key off his belt, turns around, and unlocks the door. Opens it, steps in, very quickly turns around, shuts the door, and locks it again behind him. I haven't been here all night. That was not my fault. I'm so very sorry. He throws you the keys and runs.
sighs, picks up the key, literally in the back of her mind, getting ready to ready a spell, unlocks the door and looks inside. What does she see?
They're all dead.
Aww.
And she's like, "Ah, for fuck's sake!"
Yeah. Every single one of them has been killed in the same manner. They have all had their throats slit basically from ear to ear, and they seem to be smiling.
Do I find any weapons in there that indicates that someone inside of the cell did it?
No.
So someone from the outside came in, killed them, and disappeared again.
Or they cut each other's throat and then somebody.
That's
yeah.
what I.
That's
why.
why she asked for weapons. They're prisoners, so all of their weapons will have been taken.
Aren't they also dragon one with like big nails? Never mind.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's why.
good point. Their nails were also filed before they went in.
No, I'm pretty sure they got. I'm pretty sure they got like instead of just handcuffs, they probably got like some very thick gloves. They were just
Yeah,
like
just-
covering the nails.
Mittens and muzzles. Sorry, it's policy.
Yeah, like that's how I would like deal with a dragonborn. So Evelyn just checks on them, checks if the door of the cells are still all locked. Like,
Yep. How are you checking that? Are you looking for mechanical, like to check if the lock is still functioning?
yeah, like she's like pulling at the door to see if it still like reacts as if it's locked. She's checking the lock itself if she finds any like clues that indicate that like it got lockpicked or anything.
I have only been DMing this for 2.5 years. I should know if thievery is a check. It's not.
No.
Stealth or sleight of hand, your choice.
In your defense, Amy, thievery is a second Pathfinder. We have been saying
That'd
that a lot.
That'd be what I'm thinking. This would be an investigation, but I feel like with Evelyn's particular set of skills, this would warrant a sleight of hand or a stealth.
I have a +9, but I rolled a 2, and I don't have.
With an 11, you can't see any form of tampering, but as the dwarf said, like he was vigilant all night. He was here the whole time.
Yeah, he just said he wasn't. Like she knows that.
Make me insight on that one because that was a joke. But let's see if Evelyn realizes that was a joke. Damn, where are your rolls? Yeah, you feel like he was probably telling the truth about that. He's guilty about what happened and has run for it.
That's like. I was thinking if I should use my lucky point to just like re-roll the stealth check to see if I actually see it. But you said this will be a roleplay session, so I probably don't need them all. For rolls in combat, hopefully. Because
sounds like metagaming to me. Right, so a little bit behind the curtain. I have got some combat planned just in case, but it is not my intent that you guys reach it.
Yeah. And like this was like I could like say okay, Evelyn is like still a bit like distraught with what happened the day before. She literally almost died. So I can maybe forgive her. She's just like rubbing the I forgot what it's called. The area between your eyebrows on your forehead.
Yeah, I between the
Native
Brow.
British speaker also forgot what that's called.
That's the brow.
Bridge.
or the
Thank you,
bridge.
Mitch.
Yeah, so she's rubbing her bridge.
That sounds like it is a perfectly valid thing to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
It's the bridge of your nose.
Damn it, guys! It's a good thing I'm not on TikTok here.
Yeah, so she rubs that areas with 2 of her fingers. Takes a look again. I was like, takes a very deep breath. May Hades grant you a safe journey across the river. May you find peace there. Turns around, locks the door behind herself, walks up again, and like joins the people that are probably still eating their breakfast. Like she's back very early. She's just like sitting down again, looks at JDH. Can I have another cup of your very strong tea? I need that one now.
You're getting 4 tea bags in this one.
Yeah, she just like she drinks that. It's silent. So all the dragonborns are dead in the basement. Someone killed them.
Rick Boso.
Like she's not elaborating on this. She's just like everyone sits there eating their cereal, whatever, drinking their tea, and then she just drops dead.
So the Dragonborns are dead. Of course they fucking are. I hate this campaign.
So JTH is just going to take a sip of his tea and look over at you and say, well, I did say if you wanted pets, you were in charge of looking after them.
Well, I wanted to let them go after letting them
Is it
know
going to
what
motion
happened.
over to Layla and say, same rules apply to Layla as you. It's unfair to be... it's unfair to impose rules on one person and not the other.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was busy almost dying to a god yesterday, so I couldn't really check.
So how are they dead? What exactly happened?
So I went down. The dwarf that was supposed to guard them said he did. Then he said he didn't. Then he ran away after he looked inside. Not sure. Maybe he killed them. Maybe not. I cannot fucking seem to care. So I went inside. They all have their throats slit. They all seem to smile. The doors seem to be locked and not be tampered with. I'm not sure. I just gave up and then just left them down there because I'm not an investigator.
You cannot be fucking. That's
So-
your entire character.
So JDH is gonna like prop himself up in his chair a little bit and sort of say, okay, let's go check this out then, I guess.
Yeah, and she's like she's walking down with you with the tea mug in her hand.
He also has his tea mug in his hand and like
Oh my god.
equivalent of like a bunny slippers.
Yeah, like when she walks down there, she unlocks the door and like she's just like standing next to the wall and just like looks at this gruesome scene and takes a sip from the tea and she's like
Take inspiration for that. That was glorious.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for investigation here while I look around, take a sip of my tea, and do the equivalent of when a dad kicks like the car tire to see if a car will run.
You need a bit more specifics than while I look around.
Just like investigating things like, are there weapons? Are there scratch marks around places? Is there any damage to the lock, the bars? Is there any gaps that you can get in?
Evelyn has already checked for weapons. There are none. She didn't find any signs of tampering with the door. If you're having a look around for places that people would get in, make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Plugged in me.
What the fuck are these rolls today?
Boy, this mud is going to be real mysterious for a while, huh? So as you look around, you see that this essentially you're in like a cellar here. There is a window that leads out to the surface, if nothing else than just to provide air. You also feel that it's probably there to make it more miserable when it rains, because you would be able to see that if it were to rain outside, it would leak in here and make the floor wet and damp, and everything would be freezing. Not ideal, sort of for prisoners. The bars are untouched.
Okay. I'm gonna use Detect Magic. First level spell. Oh, apparently I need to... let's just center this on myself, I guess.
Oh, Jesus. Faint aura behind any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You learn its school of magic. If anything, can penetrate most barriers, blocked by a foot of stone, metal, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say there that it would look for latent magic that has been used, but roll me an Arcana.
An Arcana? This is going to be awful, and I've only got a +4. For fuck's sake.
I didn't even roll the die, just slid in on a 3. Alright, with a 7, there's no magic here currently.
Okay.
Evelyn looks, well, if you want a magic expert, you could ask Layla to take a look around.
I was hoping I could get a look at the lock and shit like that, but if Amy said you've already looked into it, I'm guessing you're not going to let us reuse checks.
Yeah.
I don't normally allow you to reuse checks, but given that in this specific situation, Evelyn has come to get you to investigate.
Yeah, like
the purpose of you being there is to investigate, so make me a stealth or a sleight of hand on the lock. I will not allow investigation because you've already used it on the room.
I was going to say, I'm an artificer, use technology to see, like, how the lock works, how it could be jimmied, if there are ways of doing it without, like, leaving traces.
Alright, fine, you've convinced me.
This is still going to be like a 1. Oh, of course, the only good roll I get is on a basically guaranteed roll anyway.
With a 35, you get the same information that Dina got. The lock has not been touched. However, with a 35, you know for certain the lock has not been touched.
Must have teleported inside, so...
Can I smell any magic?
I'm gonna just take a wild shot in the dark here. You said these have been cut with, like, a smile on their face?
Yeah, so they were cut ear to ear, and they are smiling. The smile hasn't been cut in. We're not talking like Joker here, but they are smiling.
Are they smiling of their own volition, or are they smiling because someone decided to, like, position their mouth into a smile?
They're dead. Actually, that sounds like a question Layla can answer. Layla, can you smell any magic?
I was just going to immediately start taunting Wally, because this sounds like the sort of bullshit he'd do.
Flat roll?
Yeah, make it flat.
Okay. Tides of Chaos. Advantage. 2 7. I am going to use a sorcery point to reroll that.
Okay. Tell you what, I will allow you to roll this with advantage without the Tides of Chaos if you let the fucking joke out.
Not but I had such a good plan.
Alright, take your Tides of Chaos then, cowards.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
And I will start investigating for the how they got into the room. Hmm.
Oh, I love that. You cow. Take inspiration. That's such a clever one.
Wait, what? Oh.
Can we skim that as Layla came down, knocked on the door, said knock knock, I opened the door and just pointed over to the cell and said, who's there?
Alright, Layla, make the roll.
I love you, Egan.
There we go.
Alright, that's
25.
With a 25, you can tell that in each of these cells, there has been recently a dimension door opened or some sort of teleportation magic. You can also tell that it was not a person who came through, but simply an object.
Can I start looking around for the object or see anything that just like feels out of place?
I'll give you as part of the 25. The reason that you know it wasn't a person that came through is because there's no trace of them. Whatever came through did its job and then went back out.
So someone killed them with a boomerang.
No, no.
I mean, that would put a smile on my face, yeah.
I refuse to even. Nah. Now you reminded me of
So
that.
there's a drow.
Remember my tiara boomerang plan.
Does it? Has anyone used Vicious Mockery this campaign?
Yes, way back in the day.
I
Josh,
think I used it on
I
Hot
used
Topic
to-
Guy. Holy shit, I vicious mockery against fucking Wally.
Yeah, I think Elakar the Bard used to have Vicious Mockery.
Does,
Yes, and I think one of Maho's characters also had it, but I cannot remember who.
Does it? Vicious Mockery does psychic damage. Does it appear like they died to some kind of like psychic manipulation while laughing? In
No,
Vicious.
this was definitely slashing damage.
And the question was like if they had the effects of like hideous laughter and stuff like this.
Oh, I see. No.
If a portal got opened, the only thing that came through it was information, and then they died, did these guys just get cyberbullied to death?
It wasn't information, it was an object. But the object came through and then immediately went back out.
Okay.
These slashes, is there any like how straight is the wound? Is there any like
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it like
burns?
is it a clean
almost
cut?
magically precise. Make me what would this be? Nature, anatomy,
Medicine.
Yeah, medicine. Make me a medicine check.
Holy shit, the first action medicine roll.
Well, we've always had a healer in place, so we've never had to use a medicine check to destabilize anyone.
Remember that thing I rolled? Remember that wild magic? Oh, why am I rolling so good on my worst thing? I got on minus.
Yeah. With a 17, these almost surgically precise. Like, you feel like the only way it could have got this precise is if it was somebody who has got a very good understanding of the human body and an incredibly steady hand, or if it was literally a magically guided knife.
Correction, dragon one body.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I was wondering. I mean, humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was being pedantic.
No, it's completely fair. Assume every time I say human, what I mean is humanoid. Character, person, player,
This is
NPC.
This is reaching a little bit, but oh, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask if there were any marks on anything other than them. Like on the floor, were there any nicks or?
Not a one. This was in and out 20-second job.
Okay, since I'm an artificer, I would have messed with weapons and seen, like, a lot of weapons. Can I, like, tell if there's anything that would be able to do this? Because this, obviously, it's a weapon guided through a portal, so we need to know, like, it would be something that can be controlled over, like, vast distances or possibly between planes. Also,
Yeah.
if it's, like, magically guided and very precise, I imagine that would be something that would be, like, a well-known about weapon, or, like, a, you know, hushed, talked about in circles type thing.
Make me your choice of Arcana or Investigation.
Well, that's a difficult one.
about-
Let's just ignore the difference of 7 between those rolls. For fuck's sake. Why are
Evelyn
all of
just
my
leans-
rolls shit?
There is no
I-
weapon that you're aware of that can do damage over that distance.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I have more than one spell that could literally do that. Can Evelyn talk about this? Because
Does
she
anyone
has
have
mage
Speak with
hand.
the Dead?
No, I asked that
Baldur's
last
Gate
session.
3 flashbacks.
Identify.
For context, for those who don't watch our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, Alex has got Speak with the Dead. And because it gives us unique dialogue options, we use it on every single dead person, including the ones we've killed.
I have the spell Sword Burst that literally like creates like blades that deal damage. I have Mage Hand that literally could just hold a knife, fly in, kill something, and fly out again. I'm pretty sure there's somewhat telekinetic, also some kind of telekinetic spell you can just use.
Yeah, I mean, if you're pitching like those three as your things as you're going, I'm not going to make you guys roll a check because you have got an artificer and a caster in the room. Mage hand.
Yeah, two casters.
Just as a little bit of RP, I'm going to use Prestidigitation and do like the little chalk outlines that you see around corpses in investigation scenes. And put some police tape over the cage as well.
Yeah.
These were slit at the throat. The entire floor is blood.
Yeah, so
you can try and chalk outline. Alright, sorry,
I can
Evelyn,
unsoil it.
Yeah, no.
Not to burst your bubble, Amy, and this is me being a covenant. Cutting someone in the throat won't really make a lot of blood. Although it depends. Carry on.
If their throat was slit the way Amy described, you would probably have ruptured the the artery. So if that thing is cut and they're not and their heart would not have stopped immediately at this second, your body would still pump blood through this. And because this is an artery, it would pump a lot of blood through it. So yes, there would bleed a lot.
Yeah, I realized how it was nicked. That is my bad. Moving on.
My mom loves to watch those like crime shows, and I just like passively watch them when I'm in the living room. So I heard a lot. Okay,
my mom too, but I'm sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. So
is that just a mom thing? True crime drama.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carry on.
Right. Go ahead, Evelyn.
So Evelyn just like listens to JDH mumble about like a technology of a controlled sword, and Evelyn just like leans against the wall, takes another sip, watches Layla sniffing the ground and the walls. Like, if I would have done it, I would just have summoned my mage hand. Would have used a portal to get my mage hand in, let the mage hand slit their throats, and then let the mage hand leave again.
GTH is just going to look at you and say, I mean, if I was to do it, and then the Echo Knight's going to appear in the cage with their sword drawn.
See? Okay,
we found the culprit! Get her!
He's like, okay, so we found
There are
them
multiple
dead.
ways of doing it. It's just a case of finding out which one did it.
It's more. So Layla said there's no traces of mind-altering magic, so there was no hideous laughter, vicious mockery, or anything of the sort involved to force them to be happy. Also, if there would be a charm spell involved, I probably would smell that.
Yes,
And
definitely. Like without even a check, you would know that these people have not been charmed.
she's like, there's no trace of them being charmed in any way. So that means they were for some reason really happy about something as they died. The mage hand is probably our best guess. Layla said there was a portal, so we know it needs to be a mage that can use Dimension Door or any other spell that has the same effects or similar effects. It needs to be a mage that knows how to cast some form of a mage hand. And someone that the Dragonborns would be happy to hear about. So,
Can someone just put the text of Mage Hand in the chat for me?
Yeah, Mage Hand can't use weapons. But,
I said a form of Mage Hand, and if it's a high enough casted, like the GM can do some bullshit.
Hey, wait, I have
That's
a Mage Hand. Give me a moment.
That's why I specified like the distance done, like the distance they were to it.
There we go.
You guys are too clever for your own good.
Yeah, also the second thing is like even if you get like a mage hand and you can take mage hand again through some other means, for example as a rogue, this will like increase like how the mage hand works, but it still doesn't like increase like how you can use the mage hand. It's just like makes it a bit more useful. But like it can use the hand to manipulate an object, open, unlock doors, or container.
The thing I'm caught up on is it vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from you. That is a clause with pretty much everything in D&D.
Yeah, and if especially like if it goes to a different plane and if it goes to a dimension door, it briefly gets into a different plane, it will automatically pop.
Yeah.
But I said it could be something similar to a mage hand to give the DM the chance to say, oh yeah, there's like something along the lines.
Yeah. Alright, so since you guys have figured that out then, what you can surmise that you are dealing with here is essentially a godly level of mage hand, like a, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Like narrative declaration kind of mage hand. Like what you are dealing here is probably not a caster that you're currently able to fight,
Yeah.
Yeah, they made mage hand into a spell with that level 5.
So Evelyn just like it's silent and she makes like this like clicking noise with this annoying clicking noise with your tongue. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like when you're annoyed and you make like this noise with your tongue. And she's like, so to conclude this, and you are right, my dear JPH, a normal mage hand would immediately pop out of existence. So whoever casts this mage hand is probably a godlike caster. So my best bet is probably on Wally or on, I don't know, maybe Tiamat before she died, like got rid of some of her minions, but or some other god that has to do with the dark gods. Killed them because they probably had informations we shall not have. So
and it hasn't been confirmed that it's not some sort of a weapon. Yeah. We can't just assume that it is definitely a mage hand. Or
No,
like,
we just got that confirmed.
Yeah, if you want to keep investigating, you can, but this is the DM saying, hey, I don't know how to tell you guys in character, but congratulations, your players figured it out.
cool.
Yes, that's why I said Evelyn was like, okay, so you are right. A normal mage hand would not be able to do that, but someone that
Yeah,
is way
you
better
are.
than us could.
Whoever did this is operating outside the bounds of normal magic.
Hmm.
Is basically what you surmise.
Yeah, so she points at Layla. Our little nuclear bomb over there couldn't do a mage hand like this. But I don't know if she would
I don't know. There's probably a permanent mage hand somewhere on the wild magic table.
and she's smart. But if she trains a little bit more, she maybe could reach that level. And then looks at Layla. So, are you done sniffing the walls? Because I think we are done here, baby girl. And we
I
still
don't think
have to
Layla's
go back
ever
up.
done sniffing walls.
I'm just going to preempt the question now. Layla, no, you cannot true polymorph these into new pets. They're dead.
Quite literally not true. It's there's specific rules on the spell for doing exactly that. A corpse is an object. So
That concerned me greatly.
no, Layla will just pull out their bag of holding and then pull out some of the sheets of drywall cookies and start eating them. Fiberglass.
Look your hand go.
They're spiced with asbestos.
A spice dose.
Oh god.
Are you going to keep making jokes in the hope that I keep giving you +1 wisdom every time?
I am now. Right. Layla will start walking towards the breakfast nook, or whatever this wherever we're staying has, because assuming with all these Delagories, they have like the best hotel like breakfast menu. Breakfast
This
what are they
is
called?
the dwarven capital. They are well known for their feasts and the quality of their food. You do, however, get the impression that the cooks were probably among the slaughtered, because this is good food cooked badly.
Okay then.
Yeah, this is all
think like,
dwarven.
A5 Wagyu beef that's been thrown in the oven.
So this is
That's the kind of quality
is-
you're dealing with.
dwarven
Is
delicacies.
there any grains?
Someone hand me a pitcher of grog.
I wish.
Oh
it
yeah,
would
the
be-
ale is top notch if any of you want to drink that, because like you don't need anybody to prepare ale, you just need to pour it.
Yeah.
Layla,
Are we talking
there
top
any
notch as in like
brains?
really nice and tasty, or are we talking
Yeah, like-
top notch as in like Monkey Island grog?
We are talking. You will probably need to pass a con check to taste it.
So
It's
Monkey
very
Island
sweet.
grog.
If only we had some kind of magical spoon.
No.
What did you want?
No, as I tell Mitch every session, this is not Pathfinder.
Finally,
right.
that comes back someone else. Anyway, carry on.
Layla, are there any brains? Make me a luck roll, I guess.
Grains.
Oh, grains. Yeah, definitely. 100% there are grains.
Okay. There's centaur Delagories. I don't. Do they put out like, fresh? They've got like food.
Oh, you mean like grains, like as
Like
food?
grain
I mean,
grains.
there would be some
you've
in
got-
the kitchens that like they would turn into bread.
When
They
you
could give you a plate of just wheat, but they'd look at you confused. It's like,
Yeah,
man,
but like-
I know we're bad cooks, but like, you don't have to take it
you've
into your
got
own hands,
four
number one.
when you've got 4 stomachs, you have to eat like things to help you pass. The same way like most animals do, like eat grass. It's like it's not because it's nutritious. It's because it helps with digestion.
Right. So, make me what would it be? History check.
I can give it a go.
One moment.
7. Yeah, there's probably a load of centaurs around here in the dwarven capital. Yeah, it would make perfect sense that there's just grain as a
Yeah,
delicacy.
they're ponies. Pony centaurs.
Everybody who is not Layla would know that the centaurs are native to the neighbor plains.
My little
The
centaur,
neighbor
my
plains.
little centaur.
But yes, literally, go and look at the name.
Do they have any barley?
Oh my.
Every single name here is a pun on who lives there.
I thought you meant neighbor plains as in like neighboring towns. I didn't realize there was actually one called neighbor plains.
Yes, the main neighbor plains. There would definitely be barley. It would probably be used to brew ale.
Okay,
But again,
cool.
like if
Pull
you
out
ask
my
the
brewer's
cooks, like, do you
supplies.
have any barley? They'd just look at you confused and say, yeah, sure, I guess. Here, take this from the stores.
I go and like push like just a random like group of dwarves food off of their table and set up my brewer's supply on their table.
I'm not going to make you roll a save for this because these are dwarves, so they would immediately recognize brewer's supplies and stars would appear in their eyes.
Alright, and I start brewing. Would you like a check?
Yes, but I don't know how crafting works in this game rules as written.
Tool checks are basically you do a flat like basically if you think a brewer's supply would be intelligence, you ask like if someone who's not proficient in brewer's supplies tries to brew something, they roll a flat intelligence. If they have proficiency, then they add their proficiency to it.
Do you have proficiency?
So I do. So you would just have to tell me what the base check was for brewing. In your opinion. This is when you go, it's performance, you're in the Dwarven capital. It's charisma, clearly.
I mean, that does feel like fishing.
Medicine, maybe? Because it would be like brewing potions and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like your
Ales and
expertise would
ailments.
come from magically brewing potions and whatnot.
You just choose a stat. You don't choose a skill. That was just a joke.
Oh, I see.
So you choose strength, dex,
yeah.
continent, wisdom, char.
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Cool, that's what it is. What I've got it down as by default. I'm going to use tact. 24.
24. You make some mead. It's not the best these dwarves have ever taken, but it's fucking free mead.
Yeah, I will let them drink of most of the supply. I put some in a bottle and I take it up to Evelyn and pass it to her. I barely know her.
Evelyn just looks at it, smells for a second. She's like, "Oh my god, alcohol!" and immediately starts drinking.
Take inspiration and give yourself a +1 to your next wisdom save, if you remember.
Yay.
Or wisdom check, I guess. Save or check.
Flat rolls, babies. Alright, that's it.
Right. Okay, with that, we are 6 minutes away from break, so if anybody wants to make any final preparations now, I would advise you do so, and then you can head down south to Upper Ishgard.
Oh, just gonna do... Can't find it. Where's your song request?
I turned it off because last session I didn't have my thing, and I've not turned it back on yet. What's the song request? I'll get it queued up anyway.
Wenches and Mead by Hailstorm.
I figured it'd be something like that. That's why I allowed it for free.
It was gonna just be drunk, but then you said meat. I was like, ah, cool, that works. Oh, drink, sorry, not drunk.
So, break time or...
It's up to you guys. If there's anything else you want to do in Darv, now is the time to do it. Otherwise, we will head off on break.
I think I'm good on that.
And I'd probably just like be discussing with the forge masters and all that, or the like the foreman essentially about the making the railgun and all that. Being an
definitely.
artificer,
So
discussing ideas
yeah,
and
you would
that sort of thing.
you would find out from that they have been sending supplies to Central Ishgard where the railgun is being made. And now that like their capital is free, they're essentially like preparing delegation to go down and assist with the actual construction of it.
Alright, cool. Well, it seems like that's everything then.
I guess we head to the break.
Alright. We will see you all when we get back, and hopefully when we get back, Mitch will have a character to play and not just a disembodied voice in the sky.
Mitch's character is a disembodied voice in the sky now.
See you all in a little bit. If you are watching on YouTube, I do suggest you head over to Twitch so you can play Words on Stream during the break. If this is where you scroll on, then thank you for coming by. I do encourage you to hit the follow, smash the bell, all of the other YouTube cringe stuff. I will see you all when I get back.
Yes. Go and desecrate the corpse of that like button. Hit the bell and all that.
Interesting way to say that.
Yeah.